right out there. You still are listening to RGBTitanRadio.com. This is the Valley's home of original Valley music. Put the music on pause. We're here live in a skate zone in Westico as the live band plays. I forget which band that is. Eat Bag.
I have no idea.
Either way, we'll have their music pretty soon. It's too bad we couldn't get it right before. That way we could play it.
Yeah, well, you walked away. I don't know what that was all about. They were going to get it for us, too. They were already going in the car, and they were like, oh, well, after the show. You remember, right? You remember? You remember.
No, I don't remember. Thanks for being introduced on here.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what I do.
Anyway, so thanks for listening to us here. This is our live broadcast of the South Texas Rolleristas. This is bout number 2, featuring the FallOut Brigade and the Truamakazes. Of course, we would like to thank the South Texas Rolleristas sponsors, with Paradise Roadhouse, that'll be the official after party after this. And production assistant provided by Eat Media. Good friends of ours, by the way. So as we keep the live music moving here, our score once again was 36-25, I think.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, yeah, so it looks like we have a special guest now.
Go ahead and
So we get her set up with the microphone and everything here.
Hi.
Say hi to everybody out there. What's your name?
Hi, Interweb. This is Holy Moose Goddess.
Holy Moose Goddess. Now, where do you guys come up with your names? Like, do you have a hat with just random ideas? Maybe a dartboard? I'm not sure.
It sounds like that sometimes. A lot of the girls come up with their names by random luck to draw things that they like,
right.
Things in their normal day. Mine was actually my high school nickname.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and it ended up not being taken by the national roster, so, you know, there's not many.
So every girl here has a name that's on the national roster?
Yes, there's a few that are playing. I think that their names haven't quite gotten queued yet. Like, they've been submitted, but they haven't been uploaded or approved yet, so if those get taken between now and then they might have to get a name change, but...
All right, we'll keep up with them.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the South Texas Rolleristas. I believe it was 2005 you guys formed the league.
It was actually the middle of 2006 that the league officially got its start, and we had our first season in 2007. The FallOut Brigade won that one. No, the Truamakazes won that one.
Awesome.
And then we got together and had our next season in 2010, and that's the one that FallOut took. And now we're smack dab in the middle of 2011.
I know. Time moves on. I hear you on that one.
Oh, yeah.
So, are you guys getting better at this, or...?
Oh, most definitely. Creepshow, captain of the Truamakazes, has been with us since the very beginning, and she's always been incredible, but I've noticed in the past couple games she's just become amazing. Dynobite started with us in the 2010 season, and she's gotten really good. And then Keithor, captain of the FallOut Brigade, just started with us at the tail end of 2010 season.
Right.
So she's relatively new in terms of the veterans that we have, and she's been doing some stuff that I've never seen her do in practice. I'm really amazed.
It looks like she's really putting herself out there.
Oh, yeah. She's, you know, we have to hold her back in practice because she's just so physically impressive, and so now to be able to see her with those kitten gloves off finally has just been a thing of beauty to watch.
So tell everybody where they can find information on South Texas Rolleristas.
The South Texas Rolleristas has a Facebook page, facebook.com/STRolleristas. Facebook is wonderful, but you can memorize it easily if you think about it as Strolleristas.
Yeah.
Facebook is really great. It doesn't catch capitalization like that. So the ST Rolleristas turned into Facebook. Strolleristas, yes.
Maybe one day we'll bring out some strollers.
Oh, it's in the works.
Have a little stroller derby out here. So tell us about the local bands that come through here.
We've got a bunch of local bands. Last season, primarily Bad River played with us. They were a wonderful little cover band. Tonight, I'm really sad to say that I don't remember the band's name tonight.
I forget too. We had it too.
Yeah.
We met the dudes outside.
Yeah, I just...
So we owe them like major airplay now.
We do. We'll have to call them over and get them to chat with us again. But yeah, so we've got a local band. I've got another local band set up for April, and I guess I have to apologize to my friend Meat Chuck over there because I don't remember his band name either.
So what are the future plans for the South Texas Rolleristas? Do you guys eventually want to have your own roller rink?
my God. Can I say this on the air? I just had a little wet spot in my calf. The thought. Can I say that on?
Sure.
Yeah, because you're not controlled by FCC, right?
No.
Yeah, the thought of having our own rink just puts little wet spots in my hair.
Awesome.
I would love to have our own rink.
Fred, can you get those ladies some tissues? That's tonight. Well, thanks for joining us here. Thanks for having us. When's the next bout?
Next bout is planned for April 24th, Easter weekend. Easter weekend, yeah. So go to church on Sunday in the morning, and then come and join us Sunday evening and watch some girls in short shirts kick the shit out of each other.
Awesome. Confess all your sins and make new ones.
Exactly. It'll be Nerdcore Harlots versus the losing team from tonight.
Awesome.
And whoever wins that game is moving on to the championship May 29th.
May 29th.
Oh, yeah, the very last weekend in May.
So we have April 24th, and then May 29th.
And then May 29th, yep.
And we'll be here broadcasting this.
Oh, my God, I can't wait.
I know. Thanks for joining us here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Thanks a lot. And you are listening to RGBTitanRadio.com. We'll take another break right now, throw you a little bit more local music your way. And as we get set for the second half, as both teams get prepared here, you are listening to the Valley's home of original Valley music. This is RGBTitanRadio.com. Take a quick picture here as we get back to the action here at RGB Titan Radio. Look, we're getting t-shirts. We're official now. One of our friends from the South Texas Rolleristas is making that happen. And we asked them very nicely. They said, okay, thumbs up, here we go. Awesome. So we get ready for the second half here. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We got these girls in front. They are part of the pack. They're made up of blockers.
Alright, we're explaining the rules a little bit to the crowd. That way they're not that way a lot. So if you're just joining us here, you don't know the rules of roller derby. Well, number one, if you're badass like we are, you get a t-shirt.
That's right.
Anyways, here's how it works. We start off the blockers in front of the jammers, about 20 feet away from them, actually. The first whistle goes for the blockers. The blockers start the way around the first turn. And then as soon as they're done with the first turn, the second whistle goes off. And as the second whistle goes off, the jammers for both teams are the people that you're going to have to be familiar with. Those are the important people. As they have to make their way through the pack and then end up lapping the pack, ladies and gentlemen. And when they lap a person, they score a point for each person they lap on the other team. Quite simple. Can I explain that in another way, Fred?
I don't know, man. Pretty sure you got it down pretty good.
A couple rules we have to go over. Of course, there's no using your hands or your elbows or, your knee to block the other team. Now, you can use your shoulder and what they call, butt blocking shoulders. I don't know what the other terms are. Snow plowing. Snow plowing is when you're the lead blocker and you stick your skate out and slow everybody down. That way, your jammer can catch up pace. And, of course, the jammer reserves the right to stop the jam whenever she wants. So the lead jammer is the one who's going to control how many points are scored and how long this one jam will go on. And as you can hear from the announcer here, that is basically how the score works. So, Fred, who are we watching this time around? I think I'm watching the FallOut Brigade. It looks like they went into the locker room, regrouped, got themselves together, and ready to go.
Well, I know FallOut Brigade really wants this win because I believe they won it last year, or who's that? They won it last year, and I don't know, they're really trying hard out there. But again, as we were speaking to the announcer earlier outside, and he was telling us that the FallOut Brigade is a new team. They're a completely fresh new team. With only 2 original members from the previous year, or the previous season, and Truamakaze still have their full team, so, I can only imagine that they're going to really stick it out there and say, like, even though you're not the same ones from last year, we still have a rep to protect,
I hear you.
Straight up.
So we'll see how this plays off as both teams start off with all their blockers and both jammers. Looks like FTW and Hooligan, who has put up an amazing balance thus far, will be the jammer for the Truamakaze. The first whistle goes out. Second whistle down as both jammers start their way on. It looks like the jammer for the FallOut Brigade wanted to give and Hooligan a nice shot. They couldn't get it. And Hooligan makes her way through the first 2 blockers, trying to get it past the lead blocker. blocker, but gets jammed out of bounds. She reshounts herself in and takes the lead jammer position. And Hooligan making her way to turn number 2 as the blockers in the back start getting themselves together and setting the pace. It looks like Peace War is throwing her way around. She wants to be that lead blocker, but gets pushed to the ground. It looks like a penalty right there. So the Truamakaze is going to lose a blocker for the time being. As the lead jammer for the Truamakaze and Hooligan go ahead and calls for the end of the jam. She scored her points, went in, didn't like what she saw, so decided to start over. Wasn't a bad call either, as they lost the blocker to the penalty box. And we found out the name of the band there, Black Box.
I am getting a strong whiff of cotton candy, and it smells delicious.
I heard it too, man. I'm totally on that.
I was smelling the pizza earlier, and it was making my stomach rumble, but now it's the sweets, I guess. I don't know, maybe I need a beer or something.
Beer can be sweet. First whistle goes off as the blockers take their position. Both jammers get the second whistle and take out a nice jump. It looks like B7 for the Truamakaze. That's Velocity Vixen. Takes away.
Still holding that left hip there.
As the jammer, she makes her way to turn number 2 as the Packers through turn 1. Truamakaze is leading the way there as they're trying to get position. A little slow flower move right there to keep the pack in pace. They're waiting for the jammer to come through. Oh! 2 FallOut Brigade fall to the floor. That allows the jammer from the Truamakaze.
Oh, that was a nice
all the way
lead.
in front with a little help from the whip and calls the jam off. So once again, the Truamakaze comes out swinging, scoring those points. Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Let's look at the score here. It looks like it's going to be 46 to 29. 46 to 29. The Truamakaze in the lead.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is an exciting game.
Got a score correction there. It'll be 51 to 26, I believe it was. 51 to 26. As the first whistle goes off and the blockers go. Truamakaze is still down 1 blocker, but she should be out of the penalty box soon. And as Peace War takes the lead jammer position for the FallOut Brigade, as she makes her way through the pack. Look at that. Just like a hot knife of butter, slices her way through. She is on a mission, ladies and gentlemen, making her way around turn number 1. Making her way to turn number 2, getting on those skate edges as her way through the lead jammer. The Truamakaze jammer makes her way through, so she's got to turn on the afterburners because Peace War is on fire. She's making her way around turn number 2, up to the pack. Let's see what kind of maneuver she does. Oh, she got a little help from one of the Truamakaze. Pushed one of the blockers out of the way, made room. So she is in the lead, scoring those points. Let's see what she wants to do. Does she think that she can take off? Uh-oh. Looks like we got a penalty coming up. Who's going? One of the Truamakaze is going to have to go out. So it looks like Peace War is going to try to pack. Trying to catch up to the pack, I should say, and score some more points. Let's see what happens here. Here we go. She comes back behind her blocker number 4. Blocker number 4 moves out of her way so she can move up in position in the pack. Moves past blocker number 3 on her own team and passes blocker number 3 on the Truamakaze. She gets a nice little shove out of bounds, and we get a little feedback from the PA system here. This makes it exciting. She's closing in on the lead blocker, ladies and gentlemen, and has passed her. So she has pretty much left the pack twice, scoring those points and calls the jam off just as the Truamakaze catch up. That was a great performance from the Captain Peace War of the FallOut Brigade. We're going to tally those points and see what it looks like. That is exactly what the FallOut Brigade needed right there. It looks like they got a little help from their friends trying to keep the crowd into this. Trying to keep them up and abrupt, up and loud. Let's see, do we get a score here? Looking for the score. As we get ready for our second battle. First whistle goes off in the blockers as they make their way around turn number 1. It looks like BTW, the one and only, and Hooligan will be the jammer for the Truamakaze. Let's see if she can have another star performance. Oh, wow, she pushed the blocker out of the way, got her way right through the pack. She comes the way back around. Turn number 1, and Hooligan making her way. But it looks like the FallOut Brigade having problems with their jammer, getting knocked out and knocked everywhere. So they could lose that little momentum that they have here because the Truamakaze jammer and Hooligan making her way through the pack. Makes her way past one blocker, gets an elbow from another blocker. It looks Looks like she's going to get a little whip from Creep Show, but no, she gets a whip from the outside from 007, but gets pushed out of bounds. That whip all for naught, ladies and gentlemen. Now she's back onto the lead jammer, gives a nice shoulder, puts her into the ground. So Ann Hooligan, once again, ladies and gentlemen, showing why she's going to be the MVP of today's game. Let's see if she wants to lap them, maybe make up those points they lost in the last jam there. She's coming around turn number 2 as the blockers have slowed down the pace. Here she goes. Oh! A nice shoulder to the jammer, keeping the jammer out of the equation. And Hooligan tearing it up on the track, positioning herself to jammer number 1. That is the lead blocker. As she calls the jam up, and Hooligan ramping up the points, showing that she can throw those elbows. Holy cow.
Wow, that was impressive, very impressive.
Taking a much needed break right there.
She is here and she is laying down the law, letting everybody know she's not here to fuck around. Damn.
Holy cow.
Holy cow.
It's like we got 24 minutes left on the game clock. Still looking for that score. We'll get it to you as soon as we get it. And there's the second whistle right there for the jammers. That's blocking next to the jammer 4. The Truamakaze. Right now she has the lead position over the jammer for the FallOut Brigade. She gets a nice whip from the blocker, but is made sure to go out of bounds. It looks like there might be a penalty there on piece 4. She did go block out of bounds, but the FallOut Brigade gets right through. And she leads into turn number 1. It has been officially topped the lead jammer. So she now looks like to stomp up the jam whenever she wants. It looks like she's trying to turn on the speed.
Now just informed that it's 62-35, trauma up.
62-35, the trauma is up. It looks like piece 4 keeping the pace right there. She's trying to make a little room for her jammer. As she comes up on the east side, I don't think piece 4 sees her. As she puts a little butt move into it, and her jammer goes out, so she'll have to reestablish herself. So she'll call off the jam, but they tell her no, she can't call off the jam. As another blocker goes out of bounds, and both jammers are side by side now, ladies and gentlemen. We have Vixen from the Truamakaze and the FallOut Brigade. And the pack's still going. They haven't called it off. It looks like everybody's confused. But the jammer for the FallOut Brigade unfortunately has a 2-minute penalty to serve in the penalty box. So that leaves the Truamakaze with the only ones with the jammer on the track. She's making her way to the front, gets past all the blockers, so she's scoring more points and adding to the lead that the Truamakaze's already had. Let's see what she does here. Is she too winded to go back and make one more lap? We'll see how that ends up right now. Velocity Vixen, the lead jammer for the Truamakazes, as they still lead the FallOut Brigade. As we're coming to you live here from Skate Zone in Westico. Coming around turn number 2, finally catching up with the pack. Everybody knows that she's there. She makes the move to the inside. Runs into one of her own blockers, and no, it looks like the jam is over. She couldn't secure a little bit more points for her team as the jammer for the FallOut Brigade went to the penalty box, and that pretty much killed the jam for them. FallOut Brigade needs to get it together. They were doing very well with those penalties in the first half, but it seems like now every jam they're lost, or they're losing one player to the penalty.
You said it, brother.
Thank you. I'll say it again, too.
Yay.
As we get set up, the first whistle goes for the blockers to go around turn number 1. The second whistle goes for the Truamakaze jammers as the FallOut Brigade is still down 1 jammer. The jammer for the Truamakaze will be Ganja Swirler. She makes her way around turn number 2 and catching up with the pack. She gets a nice whip from one of her blockers and another whip from another blocker. But now she has 3 blockers from the FallOut Brigade to catch up with and deal with. One of them being piece 4. The score 72-35 right now. We just got the update. Oh, that was a nice hip block from the lead jammer of the Truamakaze. She is dubbed the lead jammer officially now, and now she has to make her way to the front of the mat. So here we go. It looks like she'll go ahead and call out the jam. Looks like we have about 25 minutes left. FallOut Brigade still looking for the momentum. Last score update we got was 72-35. So they're going to have to make it. It looks like that will be the score that'll change. Or, excuse me, will stay the same, I should say. Alright, 20 minutes left on the clock. There's the first whistle for the blockers. FallOut Brigade still has the jammer serving a penalty minute, and it looks like she'll be serving alongside a blocker. So the Truamakazes call on their ace, FGW, and Hooligan. That way she can make her way through. As she takes the jamming position and is looking to take out Peace Ward. One of her blockers doesn't for her, so she gets on the inside, ladies and gentlemen. Now she's got to keep the pace up, make her way back around. That way she can start scoring points as she makes her way through the blocker right now. So it looks like the jammer wants to get out of the penalty box, but has a little bit more time to serve. She's getting ready to go, though. There we go. The Truamakaze is getting past all the blockers, so scoring all the allowed points, which would be 3. Now here we go. We'll see what happens. FallOut Brigade has their jammer back on the track, so let's see if maybe she can stop the hemorrhaging here as they're trying to make their way through. She makes a nice move. Gets up front, gets a nice push from her blocker, but the Truamakaze has made their way back to the pack. And it looks like they want to score some more points and bank this and maybe call it a night. Here we go. Getting around the last blocker then. The lead jammer calling off the jam there, so the Truamakaze once again pile on the points against the FallOut Brigade. And we were talking to people earlier, and I mean, they're saying that FallOut Brigade's a new team. I mean, they just don't have it together.
Well, I mean, we got to remember it's a fresh team. They got nothing but a bunch of rookies on their team there. Don't make eye contact.
I know, he's right here.
He's right here.
The announcer's right here. We're trying not to make eye contact. Tell him he's not cool anymore because we have a shirt too. Yeah, the first whistle goes and the blockers take their positions. Second whistle goes and the Truamakaze jumps out to a slight lead. They put a brand new fresh jammer on there. That is Bombshell wearing the number 23 for the Truamakazes. She tries to make her way through, grabs onto one blocker, makes past one FallOut blocker, makes her way around turn number 1 and passes another blocker for the FallOut Brigade. And so she's trying to become lead jammer. She has one more blocker to pass, but no! Gets that elbow! It wasn't even an elbow, with a shoulder. Pushes her right out of bounds. Score update for you, 83-35, 83-35. FallOut Brigade desperately needing this, and they might have a chance because the Truamakaze did have to send a blocker to the penalty box. So the lead jammer, Palmer, taking out her own blocker there. As she makes her way around turn number 1, she still has to lap the pack in order to start scoring points. So she calls off the jam. Her team looks a little bit disappointed, like, what is she doing? She did not score any points for that, so the score is going to stay the same here. So we can get a time update here.
So this seems to be a really exciting event, man. It really is. I'm having a blast. I can't wait to support my new team. It's awesome.
I know. This is great.
Put it on.
Glad to be here.
As am I.
We're ready to go. We're ready to come back and go back. So it looks like the FallOut Brigade pulling out the stops, putting in Peace War, their captain, in order to catch up some points as the jammer. So Peace War as the jammer makes her way through the pack before she even gets to turn number 2. Look at that speed on it. Oh! That was a nice move. It looked like the blocker was going to put her to the outside, but Peace War puts on the brakes and cuts it right back into the inside. Now she has to make her way around turn number 2, and the jammer right nipping at her heels. The jammer for the Truamakaze's 00 Cheetah Vicious. So it looks like they're making their way through, scoring points. Peace War gets through, nails down the points, and that is exactly what the FallOut Brigade needed, ladies and gentlemen. They needed to put some points on the board right there and show the Truamakazes that they are not their bitches, that this shit is going to go down.
Well said. Well said.
Alright, here they come again. Don't make eye contact. So, if you haven't been out here, you haven't met the announcer, I commend you. Hey, that's our table. Push that off there. Alright, getting set up for our next jam here. Truamakaze still down one blocker, one in the penalty box. So there's the second whistle. That was a false start there, but it looks like they're going to let it fly. B7 for the Truamakazes, trying to make her way into the lead position to take the lead jammer position. Velocity Vixen finally gets around P-Score and takes the lead jam position. As she makes her way around turn number 2, leaving the pack behind. Making her way around turn number 1, Vixen is trying to get her way through. FallOut Brigade having trouble trying to get their jammer out through the pack. I'm starting to sense a little frustration from the FallOut Brigade. But it's alright. If there was ever a sport to take out your frustrations, this is the one in. And the Truamakazes making their way through the pack, scoring points. Velocity Vixen piling on the points once again, looking for instructions from the Truamakazes. It looks like they're going to tell her to keep going, keep lapping. So Vixen, wearing the B7 jersey for the Truamakazes, is trying to catch up to the pack once again, with her team informing her that the FallOut Brigade jammer has crept up behind her, so they're going to go ahead and call off the jam. And that'll be the end of this, as we get a score update from you pretty soon. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing this from now until the end of the South Texas Rolleristas. We were just informed that the next bout's going to be Easter weekend. That'll be April 24th. So we'll be here bringing you, even like we said before, go confess your sins and then come out here and do a lot more sinning, Well, these are good Christian girls, how do you know? So the second whistle goes around. Truamakaze is putting in Gongo's Munzer once again as their jammer. Our score update, ladies and gentlemen, the Truamakaze putting up 87 points, and it looks like 36 for the FallOut Brigade. 38, let me correct that. The Truamakazes have the lead jammer in this jam as she makes her way around turn number 1, trying to catch up with the pack, but the pack is already at turn number 1. The FallOut Brigade getting a little help is getting their blocker back in. But the Truamakazes are just weaving their way through. And she calls off the jam. That'll be Ganja Smuggler, the lead jammer, calling off the jam right there, scoring those points, just walking away with it. It doesn't look like the FallOut Brigade's getting any good hits out there. And it looks like when they do get a good hit, they end up falling and taking out their own players. This isn't good. As we get set up.
Yes.
13 minutes left on the clock here. We're looking for the brand new score here. It looks like 90 to 38. 90 to 38. So there's the lead jammer right there, the one and only Ann Julian, tearing it up again for the Truamakazes, establishing herself as the lead jammer, making her way around turn number 1. Then pack around turn number 2, trying to position themselves, holding hands, but not because they like each other, but more because they want to keep people from getting through. So here comes the Truamakaze as Ann Julian once again sneaks by, untouched by the FallOut Brigade, but shakes off a block right there. That was like somebody, and takes out the biggest blocker on the track. Look at that, Ann Julian once again, ladies and gentlemen, tearing it up for the Truamakazes. Still has the lead position and calls off the jam. Look at that, she's having a great day, ladies and gentlemen.
She is doing wonderful out there, just wonderful.
Man, I want her on my team.
Yeah, seriously.
I hope she wasn't picked last when she was in grade school.
I don't know, maybe. We should ask her.
I'll ask her how to do. Alright, here we go. We're getting ready to set up for the next jam. The Truamakaze is the only one with the jammer out there as the FallOut Brigade once again finds themselves in the penalty box, but more importantly, a jammer in the penalty box. The Truamakaze puts out some fresh legs as a new jammer, as 007 takes the jammer position. 007, also known as Cheetah Vicious. So she makes her way through the pack, trying to establish herself as the lead jammer, gets a nice split from one of her blockers, and takes the lead jammer position, making her way around turn number 1, making her way to turn number 2 as she turns on the afterburners, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like it was a good move here with 007 in, that way she can go ahead and have fresh legs to try to keep it, especially with the FallOut Brigade not having the jammer established yet. But the jammer is up in the penalty box. She's waiting for the official, and there she goes, ladies and gentlemen, makes her way onto the track. So she still has to lap the whole pack to pick up any type of points because the Truamakazes are just making their way through. And look at that, looks like there might be a jam. Oh! That was a bad call right there. Call that one off. And rightfully so, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody hits one knee as the FallOut Brigade has a blocker down. We'll go ahead and take a quick break here. We'll come back to you live from Skate Zone Wesco, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2011 South Texas Rolleristas. You hear the claps there going around as Megan Benda from the FallOut Brigade gives Saul a nice scare there, going outside on turn number 1. And taking her down as she falls. Fred had the better view on that.
Oh, well, I believe she was just pushed out, and she just had a hit her head up against the floor there. I mean, of course, that's why they all wear their gear, their protection gear, but still, I mean, you can always see how far that can take you.
So I don't think this is just a girl sport where nobody gets hurt. This is definitely a sport, one of the roughest sports I've seen, actually. Not to mention you don't really have the control of your feet or on roller skates. But she is okay. EMT didn't check her out. Did you hear the crowd trying to get back into it? So it certainly was a scare. And don't forget, if you come, guys, they're always asking for donations for moments just like this, actually. So it looks like we'll have the Holy Moose. She's back on the air. Just going to talk to us a little bit about this. What's happening, yo?
Well, we had Mega Amanda from FallOut Brigade take a real nasty spill not too long ago. We had our medics on scene take a look at her, and there was some mild loss of consciousness, so we're worried about a low-grade concussion, so she's out for the rest of the game.
So that's it. That's the injury report. She's out for the rest of the game. And don't worry, there is EMT on hand, ladies and gentlemen. That way, in case anything does happen, there are the proper people here to take care of those situations. We don't fly into those naked, We're not spring breakers around here. You don't just jump off a roof, without having EMT there.
Yeah, seriously.
So we're going to get set up again. I think the clock's going to start pretty soon again. And the score I can see is 98 to... Can't see the scoreboard. But it looks like Truamakaze did put up 98 points there, so we'll go ahead and keep it at 98.
Looks like the score is changing right now as we speak.
Alright, so our jam is back in section here. It's once again taking the lead jammer position number 77 for the Truamakaze Creep Show. One of the fan favorites around here, making her way through around turn number 1, the pack being left behind in turn number 2. So the pack will try to slow down everybody as they're waiting for the jammers to get through. Once again, the FallOut Brigade having difficulty getting their jammer through the pack. It's Manic Freak, their jammer for the FallOut Brigade. Not really doing that great of a job, being pushed around like little ragdolls. So the Truamakaze Creep Show, their lead jammer, go ahead and calling off the jam and scoring those points. So we get a point update here. 9 minutes left on the clock. 9 minutes left on the clock. And it looks like the Truamakaze went ahead and put up 3 points there. I can tell from the referee signaling. Good music around here, too. I'm in a Frank Cole right there. So there's the second whistle as the Jammers take off. For the Truamakazes, it'll be number 23, Arua Bombshell. As she makes her way around the outside of the pack, sees a little seam, yanks her way through, shrugs off a nice big block. For Peace War, the captain of the FallOut Brigade. So here she goes. She's got to lap the pack now, start scoring points as blockers are flying everywhere out of bounds and having to reestablish themselves. Oh! There was interference and outside blocker. She ran on the track that was clear the debris, but couldn't get off in time. That kind of helps out the Truamakazes. What can he do? As the Bombshell is behind the pack trying to make her way through, but it keeps getting pushed out of bounds, so she'll have to reestablish herself. As she makes her way through one blocker, scoring 1 point. The FallOut Brigade making their jammer come through the pack, taking the inside. As Peace War calls her to come through the inside, so she is now lapped the pack and racking up those points. But she's going to have to get all the way around the pack to make some any of that ground that they've lost so far. Not to mention that they are in a 40-point deficit right now. So let's see what the lead jammer wants to do. Looks like she's getting a little winded. Let's see if she'll catch up. But the FallOut Brigade definitely losing out. As their jammer struggling just to make it back up to the pack. Hands on the knees for the FallOut Brigade's jammer. Makes her way through the inside. The lead jammer is still the Truamakaze's Bombshell. As he's making his way back to the pack, FallOut Brigade looking for some skating there, but no, gets forced out of bounds. Almost made it into the crowd. But there she goes, right back in bounds and right back to pass the people. Let's see what she wants to do. I think the strategy is here. I don't know. Blew the whistle there. I didn't see a jam there. Looks like we're going to have a timeout.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a timeout there, so.
Yeah. It's usually what that team means.
Yeah. Well, all right.
And we have our first ejection of the night.
Oh, snap. I think that we ejected for way too many majors.
It's 4:21 from the Truamakaze. Latina. She got called with too many penalties. Somebody said, well, see you later. Sorry. So she makes her way back to the change machine because the rest of the night she'll be spinning at the arcade and not on the track.
That was clever, sir. That was clever.
Came up with that one myself. I'm going to copyright it tomorrow. 6 minutes left on the clock here. We're reporting live from Skate Zone in Wesco, bringing you the South Texas Rollerista action as the Truamakazes and the FallOut Brigade duke it out. A rematch from last year. Uh-oh. Putting up the Kanye West and everybody's moving now. Alright, there's the first whistle as the blockers take their positions. Here come the jammers, and once again, the MVP at FTW, the one and only Anna Brigade, making her way through. She took out all the blockers there, showing no mercy whatsoever. Way around turn number 1, making her way around turn number 2, trying to catch up with the pack. And she maintained the lead jammer position. The jammer, once again, for the FallOut Brigade, just cannot seem to catch up. It looks like she just doesn't have any legs. And we were talking about earlier about how they had a short roster and how that's going to affect them. And with 9 minutes left on the clock, it looks like they're running out of steam here. So Anna Hooligan once again making her way through the pack and calling off the jam. Racking up the points, ladies and gentlemen, doing her thing. She's definitely got my vote for MVP here.
All right. We got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left.
We were just informed that that Latina went out of the game because of too many majors, but I'm glad you were listening because we already said that. So getting set up here for the next jam. It looks like Creep Show is going to take the jamming position for the Truamakazes. And Peace War, the captain for the FallOut Brigade, will take the front blocker position. As Roar for the FallOut Brigade will take the jammer position. As she's got herself a slight lead coming into turn number 2 against the Truamakaze. It looks like there was another penalty call, so she'll have to go out of bounds. Creep Show taking the lead position, ladies and gentlemen. Now she's going to have to come away all the way around the track to make sure that she scores some points. Our score update is 110 to 38. Truamakaze is definitely leading this bout 110 to 38. It's a matter of time before the clock runs out. So Creep Show making her way through the pack, grabbing one blocker, weaving away through another. She's trying to get past Beast Ward. It looks like she did. We'll see about that last point. So Creep Show once again without a show. Taking off her penny, waving it in the air for everybody to see. Let everybody know that the Truamakaze are here, and they're on the road to the South Texas Rolleristas Championship, ladies and gentlemen.
With pelvic thrust action.
So our next bout, mark it on your calendar, is going to be April 24th. That is Easter Day. So don't chase that bunny, chase us here online. We got plenty of Easter eggs here for you. So the crowd trying to get in behind the FallOut Brigade as they are clearly the underdog, losing big time. 110 to 38 here. So Beast Ward throws the shoulder as the first whistle blows to the blocker. The second whistle goes to the Truamakaze once again, and Hooligan. Who else would they put in right now? Let's just rack up these points and run up the score. So Ann Hooligan making her way on the outside of turn number 2, but gets knocked out big time by the FallOut Brigade. The one and only Beast Ward laying in a shoulder, making sure Ann Hooligan met her teammates at the bench. So she's going in for another one. Takes her out again, ladies and gentlemen. Beast Ward making sure that Ann Hooligan's star-studded night is coming to an end. Ann Hooligan making her way back around the pack as the FallOut Brigade still has no jammer on the penalty because of the penalty. Beast Ward still leading the pack, keeping the pace for everybody. She's waiting for the jammer to come back through. They can't seem a way to get her through and get her past Beast Ward. Beast Ward is making sure that the only point she's going to score is the 2 points. But finally lets her by. She calls off the jam. 2 minutes left on the clock. And once again, the Truamakaze make sure that they score a little bit more and move towards their eventual victory.
Score still down, 114 to 38.
So it looks like this is getting closed up to the end of bout number 2 of the season. There's the second whistle. The jammers take off, make their way around turn number 1. For the Truamakaze, number 11, Ganja Smuggler. For the FallOut Brigade, when we get that number 1, you know. Alright, the FallOut Brigade trying to make their move with the jammer on the outside. And the Truamakaze using the old belt whip. I was wondering why they were wearing belts with skirts, but it makes a lot of sense now.
Oh, yeah.
Jammers grabbing onto those belts and making their way around. So it's raised to the pack once again as they prepare to score some points. The FallOut Brigade with the lead, looking for those desperate points here in the waning hours of bout number 2. And here they go, making their way to the pack. The FallOut Brigade gets pushed right out of bounds, so she'll have to reestablish herself. There's another belt whip from number 11, Ganja Smuggler, but gets knocked down by the FallOut Brigade. So she'll have to go to the back of the pack and start all over again. The FallOut Brigade moving their chairman through, getting a nice whip from Beast Ward there. The jammer for the FallOut Brigade making her way around turn number 1, breaking her way around the pack into turn number 2, ladies and gentlemen. She looks a little winded. She's got to turn it on. She's got to turn it on. She's got to find that speed even though it seems like it's nowhere to be found. This is the last-ditch effort, ladies and gentlemen, trying to score some points. She will show some pace here. As here we go. She's making her way through the pack. Around turn number 2 into turn number 1. Around the outside as she makes her way through the pack, but gets a little jam there from Creep Show, making sure that she doesn't score too many points. Making her way into turn number 2 as the Truamakaze are trying to score as many points as they can before this bout is over. A little snowplow action for Beast Ward. She makes sure that Truamakaze doesn't get through. Truamakaze gets through. And that's the game, ladies and gentlemen. You hear the cheers here as the law. Show everybody why this is their home turf, why they went to the championship last year, and why they are the team to beat this year on the road to the 2011 South Texas Rollerista Championship. You hear the crowd going wild there in the background as they take their victory lap. And of course, the good sportsmanship, the fall again there to greet them with high fives, good games. We're looking for the final score there. It looked like it was 116 to 37. If I had to guess, it was 116 to 42. And that'll be a final score, ladies and gentlemen, from bout number 2. 116 to 42 as the FallOut Brigade fall to the Truamakaze here at bout number 2 for the 2011 South Texas Rolleristas. Now the losers of this match are going to be in the next bout. The losers of this bout, which will be the FallOut Brigade, they'll be in the next bout. That's happening Easter weekend, April 24th. And of course, you can be able to catch it here on RGBTightradio.com. There's Amanda. Looks like she's doing fine. She hit her head and got right back up. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll drop in a commercial. And of course, we want to thank the sponsors for the South Texas Rolleristas Paradise Roadhouse. Right down the road from Skate Zone, this will be the official after party. You want to catch a beer and meet the Rolleristas. Now's the time to go do it. As once again, your final score, the Truamakaze 116, the FallOut Brigade 46. As now this is the best time for Rolleristas here. The time after the bout where they get to skate around, skate with everybody here, you know, say hi to everybody.
I'm sorry. I'm just too careful of walking around.
So what did you think, Fred, this being your first time here?
It was awesome. Definitely.
What's your favorite part about this?
I don't know, man. The skirts.
Skirts aren't bad?
I don't know, man. It's very interesting. It was intense. It was nothing like I thought it would be. It's a rough sport, definitely a rough sport. I give credit to all the ladies out here that really just knocking each other out. It's awesome.
It is awesome, and it is a rough sport. We did see one player go down, and thank God she did get up. And like I said, come and catch us April 24th. It'll be our next match. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, play a little music, we'll come back, and we'll break down the match, and hopefully we'll grab some of the girls and get them on here. That way you can meet some of the team members, of course the members of the South Texas Rolleristas. You can catch them on Facebook, facebook.com/ST Rolleristas. Or like we got told earlier, Strollerista, whatever way you want to spell it out. Either way, it gets you to the same page. So we'll be right back, coming to you live from Skate Zone here in Wasaco. This is the Valley's home of original Valley music. This is joining you live here at Skate Zone in Wasaco. Thanks for joining us here as we just finished up bout number 2 featuring the Truamakazes and the FallOut Brigade, part of the South Texas Rolleristas. And here with us are unanimous vote for MVP of the game, ladies and gentlemen, FTW and Hooligan from the Truamakazes. And say hi to everybody out there.
Hi.
And you put on a tremendous show today. Not only did you go out in that one jam and keep everybody from scoring when you were the only blocker out there, but you proved to everybody that you could put on the jammer helmet and go for it. So tell us, what was going through your mind? Like, what was special about today?
Nothing. I just do what I do.
You just do what you do.
You just do everything you can just to knock them out.
Now, do you practice all these moves? I mean,
sometimes if you practice, but it's hard to do them like right when somebody tells you. You just gotta do it.
Now, what we hear is that the FallOut Brigade has a relatively new team, that you guys are the experienced veteran team.
Yes.
And you're definitely making your case for the championship again this year. Now, tell us, how did the experience and inexperience come into play today's game?
Well, if you're a new girl, like your first game is going to be hard, but right after you play a couple of games, like it will be a piece of cake after that. But you just got to get hit around a lot before you catch on.
Awesome. So what kind of skates do you use? Like,
Right, Dale?
we're going to drop in a sponsor right now? Like maybe try to get you a sponsorship?
No, there's Brigade.
So tell us about your next match coming up. What's it going to be?
In May, we're going to play whoever wins this next game, which is between FallOut Brigade and Nerdcore Harlots, and whoever wins that game, we're going to play in the championship.
Awesome. So can we expect another
Yes.
another
It's gonna
MVP
be
experience?
2011 Truamakaze this year.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Ann.
Nice to meet
from
you.
the Truamakaze here, joining us here. You are listening to RGBTyperadio.com. We'll keep cycling the girls out as this place is starting to clear out. Everybody's still riding the adrenaline high. And of course, once again, your final score was the Truamakazes 116 and the FallOut Brigade 42. It's a great place. You gotta check it out. Facebook.com/ST Rolleristas, or you can put S Strollers, whatever you want. Either way, of course, check us out. And if you don't know who we are a local Valley station. We feature only local music around here, so if you or somebody you know happens to have original Valley music, be sure to email it to us. That way we can throw it into rotation and get you the exposure you deserve. Joining us here, we have another member from the Truamakazes. Introduce yourself to everybody out there.
Hi, my name is Velocity Vixen.
Velocity Vixen, wearing the one and only V7, right?
V7.
V7, where did you come up with that number?
7 is my lucky number, and V, I just wanted it to be different.
Awesome. So tell us about this match today. How did you guys come up with the victory? Was it pure that the other team had an experience, or was it more that you guys were coming out ready to go?
We always come out ready to play. We work hard, we practice a lot, and we just play together. The other team was also very good. They came out strong, came out hitting, but we tried our best and we played as a team, and we came out with a W.
So if you had to predict right now, who would you think that you guys are going to face in the championship now?
More than likely, FallOut Brigade.
FallOut Brigade. Do you think this is going to be a rematch?
I hope it is.
You hope it is? Well, why do you hope it is?
Just because I played last season, and we both came out to play. We unfortunately didn't get the W, so if we do come up against them up on the championship, I am going to be going for the W.
So what's the strategy going into the next game? Do you guys like study tape or anything, or you guys just practice and practice?
No, we don't study tape, but we do practice together, basically learning how to play together, because if you don't know how to read another teammate, then you can't play as a team.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us here. Thanks for taking some time out with us.
Thank you.
Anything you want to say about the next match coming up on Easter weekend? Will you be here for that match?
Oh, yes, of course I will. Wouldn't miss it.
All right, and that next match is happening Easter weekend. That's April 24th right here at Skate Zone in Weslaco. Join us for the action if you can't make it out. Don't forget you can join us here on RGBTyperadio.com. This is the one and only. All right, we're going to take a little break, and we'll be back. We'll close out the session. We'll talk about how everything's going.
She just waved at you? Oh.
We just finished up Bout number 2, featuring the South Texas Rolleristas. We had the FallOut Brigade and the Truamakazes joining us here now, wearing the number 1, Dino White, from the FallOut Brigade. Now, first off, condolences for the loss. I mean, it was a tough loss.
Hey, it's all good. You know, you win some and you lose some, and just you kind of learn from it and continue.
Now, you were talking about experience during the break, about how your team is, new to this whole thing. How many new people do you actually have on your roster?
I won't be able to give you an actual number. We've got some girls that are out due to injury and others that just couldn't make it to this game. But I want to say there's maybe 8 of us. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's 10 out of 10, like 7 of them are new. So, and by new I mean like never played before. This is their first game. They got to scrimmage around a little bit, but that's not the same as playing for your team with your name and kicking butt. It's completely different.
So tell me, how long have you been doing this?
I started, I want to say 2 years ago, because I started I was 19. I was 19 in May. I'm going to be 22 this May, so yeah, 2 years ago.
Wow.
19, yeah.
So tell us, it looked like for a moment that the FallOut Brigade was going to gain the momentum back, and it looked like there was a big momentum swing, but it just didn't seem like you guys could put any points up on the board.
Well, I mean, you need to take into consideration the fact that we were 1-3 basically. Like we were completely outnumbered. If you can tell from the beginning, we were pretty much head to head, and then we got a little tired. I mean, totally outnumbered. And the Truamakaze right now, I'm gonna admit it, they are the team to beat. They've got the biggest number and they've got the biggest vets, and they're pretty experienced. And I mean, look at them. That's all I can say.
So your next bout is Easter weekend, April 24th.
Yeah.
So you're going to be playing, I forgot who you're playing. The nerd, I forgot.
The Nerdcore Heartwood?
Yes!
They're also based out of McAllen. They're our newest team. And, I don't know, it should be pretty exciting. Our numbers should be a little bit closer, so, I don't know, and our girls should have a little more experience. Their girls have already played 1 game, so, like I said, it should be a little more of a head-to-head match. Let's hope that one goes a little better.
All right, well, we'll be here. Thanks for joining us here. This Dino Bite wearing the number RAR. How did you come up with that?
I used to work at the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, and
no way.
Yeah, I was there for 2 years actually. But I don't know. I was behind the counter one day, and I was telling one of my coworkers that they had introduced me to something called Rolleristas, and that you get to pick a name, and it's a pseudonym, and you get to do pretty much whatever you wanted. And one of my favorite names was Toxic Charm. She no longer plays with us. She's retired, and I'm in the middle of an interview. Did you need something? My captain's looking for shit. So I wanted to do something along that lines, and then some big dude comes in here looking for chocolate, and he's wearing this huge shirt with the dynamite, and it said dynamite on it, and I was like, oh, I think I might just go with something like that. And everybody knows me for roaring and gurring and making all these sound effects, so my coworker teased me, and she's like, oh, you should be Dino Bites, and she did this like chomp chomp thing, like rar, and so it totally stuck. So Dino Bite I am, and rar is my number.
We're glad to have you here.
Very cool. It's nice to meet you.
We'll see you Easter weekend, April 24th here.
Yeah, I'll be here. Bye.
Join us. We'll drop in another commercial right now, and then we'll come in and wrap it up. You are listening to RGVTightradio.com. This is the Valley's home of original Valley music.
Double X, Jimmy's and Westland Town. That's where I come from. We have the yellow lights on, so we like to make love. We're pounds and we're chicks, so don't get...
Hey everyone, this is Fredward, and I want to thank you for listening to RGVTitanRadio.com, the Valley's home of original Valley music.
Thanks for joining us here once again, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming live from Skate Zone in Weslaco. You don't know where that is, just exit International Boulevard, head south like you're going to Mexico, and you can't miss it after that. Here we have one of the referees. What's your official title here? I mean, inside referee,
the
penalty referee,
the jam rep. I'm the one that follows the girls that keep hauling ass around here.
So tell us, what was your take on this bout right here?
It was a good bout. They finally learned the rules, so I wasn't yelling as much as I usually do.
Yelling? I didn't hear you yelling.
Oh, I yell at everybody. They hate me. I know I do my job when they're all giving me the stink eye afterwards.
So we did see a lot of people in the penalty box. Is that normal? I mean, or did we just catch one of those nights where just everybody wanted to spend some time in the penalty box?
No, it's normal. These girls think they're hockey players and they like being in the box. It's a cool place to be right now, I guess. I don't know.
It's not really a box though. It's just 2 rows of chairs.
It's a box of chairs. Eventually we'll get a box in there. Maybe when we get the box, I won't see them giving me the death eye.
I know. So tell us about the next match coming up, April 24th, happening here at Skate Zone. Looks like it'll be a FallOut Brigade and the I keep forgetting their names.
It's going to be FallOut Brigade and the Nerdcore Harlots.
Nerdcore Harlots. Write that down before I forget that name.
Should be a fun game. It should be a fun game. But from what I understand, whoever wins the next one is going to go against the Traumakazes for the championship in May.
Yes.
I believe.
We'll have that coming too. So.
It would be crazy if it's a repeat of last year. Last year it came down to FallOut and Trauma. So those two teams apparently have some animosity between each other. They don't like each other, so they get really violent with each other, as we saw today.
But only one person got thrown out, though.
A lot of girls got thrown out, but only one of them stayed down.
Well, thanks for joining us here. And, of course, we want to thank everybody out there for listening to us. This was our first broadcast of the 2011 South Texas Rollerista bout. This is bout number 2, actually, featuring the Traumakazes and the FallOut Brigade. Our next bout's going to happen on April 24th. That's Easter weekend, so scratch off the Easter part of your calendar and just put roller derby. That's all you need to know. That way you're here, and you're here to support us. So.
Yeah, who needs to spend time with family on Easter? Come and see some hot girls in fishnets, beating each other.
That's what I was saying earlier. I was like, man, I can't get enough of this.
I've been doing it for 2 years, and you know what?
My new hobby.
I am not tired of this. I can do this all the time.
Let's do it. That's what we're going to do. That's the plan. So thanks for joining us here, and don't forget us RGVTitanRadio.com. You can find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/RGVTitanRadio, MySpace.com/RGVTitanRadio, Twitter.com/RGVTitanRadio. You can find us just about everywhere. YouTube also. And we'll have this edited and archived as soon as we can. We'll have it up for everybody to hear. And I'm especially sure all the referees want to hear all this and all the players and the participants. So. So thanks for joining us here. For me, Sebi, Fred right next to me, and all of you listening out there in internet land, whether you listen to this live or you just played it back because we're too lazy to access it when it was live, thanks for joining us here. This is the Valley's home of original Valley music. This is RGVTitanRadio.com. Still here live in Skate Zone here in Westicos. We're broadcasting South Texas Rolleristas, and we're proud to have with us here the captain of the FallOut Brigade, the one and only Peace War, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give her a nice big round of applause. It's towards the end of the first.
Lost
legs, you know, I got there.
YouTube
Pretty
sure we're forgetting one, but if we're not forgetting one, we'll just go out there and make
Well, I'm just really proud of them. Like, they've worked hard for me, and it's been hard for everybody. Like, we have practice 5 times a week, but it's 5 times a week because half of the girls have, like, a million things to do, and I had, like, 2 jobs, and now I have 1 job, and, like, it's just crazy. So I'm just proud for them working so hard for me, and just, like, with a short time to work together. Like, I had to build a team out of nowhere, out of nothing.
So now you have time to regroup. Yeah. The next bout happening Easter weekend, April 24th.
Yeah.
So tell us the adjustments you want to make before that bout happens.
Pretty much recruit. We have a couple, like 2 or 3 girls that they just need to pass their test and they're ready to go.
Pass their test. Are they going to learn how to fall?
No, I mean, like, I've worked with them, and they just pretty much need their laps. Like, need to build endurance and muscle. Sorry?
No, I'm just listening to you. You're educating us here.
Yeah, no, it's not a piece of pie. Like, you really have to train. Even for myself, all summertime, I was training to be a jammer, and my skaters, like, they work so hard for me. It's crazy.
What exactly does a test consist of?
It's 25 laps in 5 minutes, and Juju Flash Duck, she did it. She passed her test in 4:20, and she took it, like, almost immediately after she joined. And besides that, we have to master our falls and getting up within 3 seconds, and hitting without throwing elbows everywhere, which even, like, the veterans have trouble with that, which is crazy.
Because you would think that they would already be like, oh, hey, let me tuck my elbows in so I don't hit somebody in the face. But even so, we still get hit in the face or in the jaw or in the throat or somewhere else.
So I saw that you preferred the position of the lead blocker, and I was wondering, was there a good hit that you got in today, one that you were saving from last year? Or?
No, I wasn't saving any. I never save any. I take it all out. Everything.
So
Everything all the time.
What was that one hit that you were just like, this made me
And Hooligan. And Hooligan and me have been practicing together, and it's crazy. Like, she's gotten better at blocking, and she's a really good blocker, but it's just that sometimes we need to practice more on certain things because they jam her more than they block her.
Right.
And me, I'm like switching. I'm doing more jamming than blocking, even though, like, you know, I'm a really good blocker. So, like, even though we're like frenemies, like, we work together whenever we can, and like I help everybody, and so do my girls. They like to help everybody. Like, for the reason that we need to have a challenge for each other.
So is there somewhere where you can find FallOut Brigade, maybe on Facebook? Or?
Yeah, we're on FallOut Brigade at, well, it's my Facebook.com/FallOut Brigade.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely put that link up, that way everybody can find it.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing you here on April 24th.
Yes, and all my other soldiers.
And the winner goes to the championship out.
Yeah.
So it'll be do or die. We're starting to get into it.
Yes, 120% all the time.
And thanks for joining us here. You are listening to the Valley's home of original Valley music. This is RGBTimeRadio.com.
Well,